So let me tell you how I got started into making music. I was around 13 years old and somebody gave my cousin a keyboard like randomly. They're like, here you go. And I was over at his house and I slept over that day and I fell in love with it. Like, love at first sight. I wrote my first song that day and then just completely obsessed with it. I went home, told my mom like I wanted a keyboard. She's like, whatever, you want stuff all the time, go away. I didn't leave her alone for like a month. She went to Walmart and got me like this cheap $30 keyboard. I remember the plastic keys were like purple and plastic and horrible, and I was like, okay, this will do. This is nothing like my cousin's Best Buy Yamaha that he had gotten or whatever it was at the time. And I asked my dad for it for Christmas. Eventually I got like a decent Best Buy Yamaha. Do you guys remember when Best Buys and electronic stores had like synthesizers, or not synthesizers, but like keyboards that you could go and play? Now, like, we hope that we still have music stores in the future, right? Because everything's online now. So it's sad that not the average person has the chance to just go and find a keyboard in a store. Like, that is sad. That was cool back in the day that you could do that. They had them set up where you could just like go and play them. They had like a lot of them. I remember. Good times. So it was a keyboard that had a little screen on it and it showed you what notes were being played with the demos that were being played. So I kind of learned that way. And then I would also watch people on YouTube doing covers and I would watch their fingers and try to follow and listen. And that's how I would learn too. Like, that's how I learned my first hard song, which was Tetris, just by like watching somebody do it on YouTube and doing it very slowly right after them. So that's pretty much how I got started with music. I taught myself. I've never really been in any formal classes. Like, yes, I did take music in high school and like I was in the orchestra, I played cello, but I never really like learned theory well enough to like be comfortable with it, and even to just like say that I'm decent at it. Like, I'm not good at theory at all, or notation or reading, and that has been like a cripple for me. Like, before I used to be kind of like cocky about it, be like, I don't need music theory, I play by ear, I'm amazing, whatever. And then now as an adult, I'm like, man, I should have learned to read music. Like, it would have been so helpful. And it's never too late to learn. Like, I could really sit down and learn if it's something that I wanted to do. But that's the thing, that like, it doesn't really appeal to me. Like, I wish it did, but it doesn't. Maybe in the future. But there's just other things that I would rather invest my learning time on than theory, because I've gone so far without it. And even though it's not necessary, it is definitely helpful. The way that a teacher put it to me one time was, not knowing theory doesn't make you less of a musician, but knowing theory and playing by ear makes you a musician and a half. So that always stuck with me, and like in the back of my mind, I'm like, I need to learn to read and sight read and like get better at that, because I really suck at it. But I could solo, give and take. So it really depends, like, what's important to you, where do you want to feed your skills. All right, let's switch the angle, because that's what YouTubers do, right? I kind of want to hold my camera. Why is that? So playing an instrument, is it necessary? Wow, my camera lens is so dirty now that I have it this up close. Do you need to learn to play an instrument to be able to be in music production, to be able to make beats? Yes and no. So here's the thing. If you get really good at a MIDI controller, for example, the Push 2, or any MIDI controller, if you get really, really good at it, at anything that has like pads or anything, that can be an instrument. Like, the way that you control your DAW, that can be your instrument. But let's say you want to play guitar, you want to play piano. Like, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different skill than music production. So a reason that a lot of people struggle with the DAW is because they're musicians first. Like, that happened to me. I want to just play keyboard, sing, and be done with it. Like, I don't want to deal with anything else, with mixing, with VSTs, like none of that, right? For a really long time. Like, that was my mentality. Then it's like, wait, I want to add bass to this. I want to add drums to this. Then you start becoming like the composer, like you're actually creating the whole thing, right? The producer. So you start learning as you go, but you always have that instrument as your foundation. So if you just want to sit down and play piano and hit record, and then later chop that up, do something else with it, tune it down, like there's so much that you can do, like that just added to your producerness. Playing an instrument will make you a better producer, because you'll eventually learn to get that exact sound that you're trying to get just by practicing and practicing. You are what you repeatedly do. Play piano every day, you're gonna get really good at piano. Make beats every day, you're gonna get good at making beats. Like, it's a progression. Guys, I've been playing keyboard since I was 13 years old. I'm 30 years old, I had someone like tell me they were gonna take a piano course in the summer. Bro, I try so hard not to laugh. I'm like, okay. They're like, yeah, I've been wanting to play piano all my life. I was thinking of taking like a 6-week course. I'm like, get the hell out of here. You think this is a joke? You think this is a game? Bro, this is life, okay? And if you do not practice, you will lose it. Because I've written songs that I have not recorded yet, that I've like written in my head, like when I was like 16, 17, that I cannot play. Like, they are so fast and I cannot play them. My fingers cannot keep up with them anymore. So like, I need to practice them because I need to record these songs. Like, I'm saying this on camera because it's going to happen. The JAde classical album is coming. You got to set goals for yourself. You have to set creative goals for yourself. Even if you don't release all the music that you make, get in the habit of making music, because it's really easy to get out of the habit of making music and just looking at synthesizers, looking at gear, trying to find the perfect setup, buying this synthesizer, buying that synthesizer, switching this groove box, trying to find the perfect sequencer. Like, it's a waste of time. So like, pick an instrument. For me, that's the piano. That's the cool thing about synths though. It's a keyboard. So no matter what, I'm at home, right? But I can also waste time. And as much as I love synthesizers, like, I'm always gonna love synthesizers. I'm a keyboardist. Like, put an OB8 in front of me, please. But the more and more I've had access to these tools throughout my music making, I realized that it's not the tools, it's what you do with them. So like, yes, you can have a giant room full of synths, but if they're not plugged in and you're not doing anything, then they're just decoration. I remember the time it hit me when I had too many synths was my mom came over to my house and she was like, wow, it looks like a museum in here. And I'm like, oh, is that a good thing? And then I'm like, yeah, like, there is so much stuff in here. Like, oh my gosh, no. So I've drastically slimmed it down. Even my modular, like, I know you guys have been seeing videos on modular because I did schedule them like ahead, but my modular is so small right now. Like, it's looking sad. I have a few modules in the closet, but yeah, I slimmed down back to this one rack. But it's fine because, you know, you just gotta follow the workflow. If it's not working, move away from it. And also, you know, it was expensive. Financial things happen. If I could have kept it, I would, but it just had to go. So it had to go. And that's how it is around here. And that's how it has to be in life. Like, do not get attached to things. These are just tools. You really don't need anything to make music. If you're just starting off, bro, you can... Like, you could sample that, boom, you got yourself a beat on your phone. When I was young, we didn't have access to any of that. So like, the fact that you can make music, you can make full tracks and full beats on your phone, like, that's insane. The fact that you can just get a MIDI controller and plug it into your phone and just have like a whole beautiful polyphonic synthesizer, those are the types of things I'm starting to appreciate, and I'm starting to really love my VSTs. So you guys are going to be seeing a lot more of that side of it in the upcoming videos. I also got a new MIDI controller that is like blowing my mind. This thing right here, more on that later, but bro, total game changer. 17 years making music, playing piano, playing guitar, you know, like, it's all an experiment trying to get here. And the beautiful thing is, like, every single tool that I've used to make music over this past decade, that is about to be 2 decades, insane, has allowed me to express myself in a way that I wouldn't have without that tool. So like, the music that I made on the Octatrack is very different than the music I made on my SP. The music that I make when I'm writing classical piano is very different than when I'm playing guitar. So just being able to express myself with different tools is such an amazing thing to be able to do. And I'm so blessed to be able to have been able to express myself with like modular synths and synthesizers to be able to create the music that I did create these last couple of years, like all my modular tracks, all my like techno and electronic and synth heavy music that I made back then. And I finally feel like I'm settling down on a workflow that I'm comfortable with, learning my DAW, like really getting to know my DAW well, knowing my instrument well. I think like that's a really important part of it. Feeling comfortable in your DAW is a really huge part of it. And I'm just scratching the surface because, again, I'm a musician first. Production is like second to me. I don't even call myself a producer. Like, I think I feel more comfortable calling myself an artist, but these are things that I have to do. Like, I have to produce my music. I have to master my tracks. Can't afford to have somebody else do that for me. So I need to learn how to do these things. And like, if somebody else can learn to do it, why can't I? Like, I have good ears. I know when my mixing is bad, I can figure out how to make it good, right? Why is this? Oh, I took away my sound panels, my bad. Might be echoey. But hey, if you made it this far, I hope you got something from this video. I just wanted to make it because I do feel like we get stuck in like, oh, I need this piece of gear to be able to do this. I saw this person I look up to make music with this, and I want to make music like that, so I need that piece of gear. But what you don't see is the amount of time that that person has put into learning that piece of gear, like decades. And if you want to learn to do that, you can. Like, believe in yourself. This is the thing. Like, you have to believe that you can learn. Like, if you're young and you're like, man, I want to be able to play like that one day, you can. I started when I was 13 years old, guys. So you can, like, start. Pick up your instrument, get good at it. YouTube is like the most amazing tool for learning. Stop watching useless videos. Don't let the algorithm suck you in into something that doesn't interest you, doesn't benefit you, doesn't educate you, and that is just entertainment. Have the algorithm work for you. As a YouTuber, I'm telling you, like, I struggle with this too. You need to have the algorithm work for you. Like, I'm a consumer too, so like, I need to be careful with what I'm watching on YouTube. If not, Next thing you know, it's just a bunch of like bad news and horrible things happening. So you need to be going in there and clicking not interested. Fill your stuff with like learning videos, jazz tutorials, stuff like that, and you'll see like how much better your life will be. And I like making videos like this because when I watch videos like this that like motivate me, I'm like, all right, I'm turning YouTube off. I'm gonna go make off some music. So go do you, bro.